Watch this.
Can you clarify the situation with Marcus Rashford?
What sense?
Well, he was photographed in Belfast, missed training because he was ill. There's
so-
speculation
So
he might be
he
facing
reported
discipline.
ill. For the rest is internal matter. I deal with it.
No further comment.
This is manager ERIK TEN TAG saying that the situation about Marcus Rashford is an internal matter and he knows how to do with it. This is what he said in his press conference after that game against Newport, saying that this is an internal matter and more is beginning to develop in this situation about Marcus Rashford. More is beginning to come out in the media about Marcus Rashford not training against Newport. Rather, he is at Belfast partying. So that is what I would like to bring to you up to the latest news concerning this information that we have here about Marcus Rashford. What is being said, the punishment that he might face. So give me some of your time as I run through all these in a just tight 10 minutes or so video. Please do well to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like, share, drop your comments. What you think about all this? Give me your time and let me bring to you up to the latest in this. This is Marcus Rashford. I made a video concerning this yesterday when all these things broke out in the media of Marcus Rashford partying at Belfast rather than attending the training section against the game against Newport. So this is beginning to raise a lot of concerns. Many journalists have reported this news, meaning that it is legit and very, very serious. So this might be the punishment to Marcus Rashford. According to Daily Star, the forward is said to be fined 2 weeks' wages, which roughly equates £650,000 for breaching the club rules and regulation. ERIK TEN TAG is set to do so much concerning this Marcus Rashford situation because everybody will be watching. He has started it with Cristiano Ronaldo, with Jadon Sancho. Then who is Marcus? Who is Rashford if he should not be disciplined? Who is he? So this is what ERIK TEN TAG actually said in his press conference, that this is an internal matter, that there's nothing he will release out there in the media, that this is an internal matter. So we all are waiting to see what will develop out of these whole issues. We are waiting to see the outcome of everything that we develop out of these whole issues. And what I will say here, which I've said in the video I released yesterday, is that whatever is being issued to other players that disobey the rules should be applicable to Marcus Rashford. We should just be consistent. Anything that is done to Mr. A should be done to Mr. B. Now, let me read the complete article on the latest of what is planning to happen to Marcus Rashford for what he did at Man United, partying rather than being in training. Now, this is of course what ERIK TEN TAG said when he was asked about Marcus Rashford. He said, which is what I just played to you in the intro of this video. He said the reason he wasn't included was because of an internal matter, and that would be dealt with, which isn't what he said in his press conference. He said that Rashford was ill. Is it Rashford that reported that he was ill, meaning that he lied? Because he was seen, there are footages out there, there are videos out there of him partying at Belfast rather than being in training. So he will be facing £650,000 ban. That is the report we are getting now, the latest on Marcus Rashford situation for partying rather than being at Belfast. And I keep asking one question: why is it always this football club that has disciplinary issues almost every month? New issues every week, every month, new issues, every time new issues. What is literally going on? Who should be blamed in this? The players, the recruitment staff, and all that. Almost every time there must be something you have to talk about Man United. Yes, the other time it was Anthony. of the cases in Brazil. The other time, Cristiano Ronaldo. The other time, Jadon Sancho. Now, Marcus Rashford. A lot. A lot. And I don't know whether Manchester United is really checking the profiles of these players before signing them to this football club. I don't think whether they are checking the profile. Assuming there are, all this news will not be coming out. Check other teams, for example. Other teams do have disciplinary issues, but not to the extent and the range of Man United. Man United own is too much. Our own is too much whenever it comes to disciplinary issues. We usually have them more often than any other team. And there is reports that he has returned to Man United. Check this out. Marcus Rashford has arrived at Carrington for training this morning. He is currently at Man United for training. Why he went partying, clubbing at Belfast, missing the training section against Newport. I would like to know what you think about this. What you think about this whole situation about Marcus Rashford. Because more will start to come out in this news. More will start to unveil. And everybody will be waiting to know the punishment that will be allocated to Marcus Rashford. Because, to be honest with you, he didn't do well. He didn't represent this football club fine. So, he has arrived. Look at this. Marcus Rashford arriving at Carrington this morning with his brother and agent, reported by Daily Mail. This morning, he's at Carrington. What is that punishment? All eyes on ERIK TEN TAG. They said it is £650,000 fine that it will be allocated to Marcus Rashford. We all are waiting to see what will come out from this news. We are waiting to see what will come out from this news. And like I said, this Ineos ownership needs to make strong decisions in this football club. This Ineos ownership, they need to make strong decisions so that all these off the pitch distractions will reduce. It will reduce intensively. There's a lot of off the pitch distractions in Man United. There's a lot of them. So this Ineos ownership must come out, dedicate more time to this football club, and get things working in the right direction, which they have already started with the appointment of Omar Berada from Manchester City. Hope we get Dan Ashworth. Hope we get Paul Mitchell. Hope we get all these people that know what to do, that are football people, that understand how football runs, so they can transform this football club to the right direction with lesser off the pitch distractions. There's a lot of them in Man United. There is a lot of them. So, like I said, I'm all ears, waiting to know more news that will come out on this. I'm waiting to know more news that will come out on this. But for Marcus Rashford, for this thing that he did here, remember against Wolverhampton that he came to team meeting late. He had to be benched by manager ERIK TEN TAG for the first half, which he came up at the second half and scored the winner for us. We won Wolverhampton 1-0. Remember when we lost against Manchester City, where he went out to celebrate, which ERIK TEN TAG complained about that. Now, another news about clubbing, where he had to train against Newport. And this is ERIK TEN TAG coming out to say, of course, I know how to deal with it. I know how to deal with it. So, let us watch, let us wait to see more news that will develop on this. Like I said, I'm all ears. But for this decision made by Marcus Rashford, more on testing ERIK TEN TAG authority Erik ten Hag had to make a lot of decisions. More distraction for this manager. Cristiano Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho, now Marcus Rashford. I will tell you that more will come out on this. And I can't wait to see all of them. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Nayo.
Nayo! Nayo!